Hi everyone, it's Monica. I'm just going to do a tutorial today on a cookbook which I've had a lot of requests for, a lot of interest in. It may be a two video tutorial depending on how long it will go for. This is not my original idea. I did find this on the website, I think it was last year or the year before, and it was a lovely lady called May made it. That's what she's called. So if you type that in Google search, you will come across her. These books are just absolutely beautiful. Now, we won't be using the same book today because I did actually buy it from Kmart and they don't have them anymore. So I've got two alternative ones, but you can use any book that's kind of like got quite a sturdy binding the spine to it, because you're going to be adding pages. So in Australia, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of paper that is like for kitchens, for recipes. So I did have to buy it online, and I did buy what May had used in her tutorial. It is, sorry, focus. It is this one here, which is a beautiful kit called Homemade with Love, and it's by Carter Bella. I'm sure online you can maybe find some more, but I really love this one. It comes with a sticker page, a page where you can cut out recipe cards. So it does have a lot in it. And when I'm going to have to transfer you over to my tripod when I do the tutorial, and I'll go through it a little bit more with you. So that's that one. The alternative books which I'm going to use today, are these little ones from Safeway. They come in a pack of 2, and I think they're under $5, and they are a really nice size. I like them, so you can use those. Again, you can use whatever you have. If you've got any in stock in your stash, you can use those. These ones here are a little bit bigger. They're actually from Kmart, and I think they're on special for $3 at the moment. These ones are a little thinner, but you can also, if you have a lot of recipes, you might want to use one book per category. One for the mains, one for your desserts, one for your baking. I know I have a lot of baking recipes, so that would be something that I would do. Unless I've got like the thick book, so that was okay. I could fit most of them in there. And these ones are quite nice too. So with the paper measurements, you would just have to adjust it to the size of your book. As I'll give you a guide to the size I'm using for the smaller ones, you just have to make it a little bit bigger. So these are some of my loose handwritten recipes. There's a lot there, but these are my tried and true ones. Every time I go to them, I know that they are going to work out. So I just love these. So to have them in a nice pretty book and on display in your kitchen is just a little bit of a bonus. So without further ado, I'm going to now transfer you over. So you're going to have to excuse, there will be a little bit of wobbliness. But I want to get you over so we can start our tutorial. And I know it's a little bit crazy, but we will get there. And I'm going to make sure that you are the right way around and not delete like I did before. And I think we are good to go. Sorry about that, guys. But I just wanted to make sure every time I've tried filming, for some reason the camera's gone upside down. I've kind of worked out why. Now I have it right, yes. So what we want to do is with the front covers, I use one sheet of paper which covers the inside and the outside at the same time. Yes, we are right. If you have papers that's directional, you want to make sure that it's actually going in the right direction. This one here, I don't think it really matters. So with the cover here, I have cut that at 11 inches by 8 1/4. Okay, so I'm just trying to get you into, if I move that down, into focus here. And then what we do then is just fold it in the middle. Okay, so we're going to put that out the way. And what I've done to save a little bit of time, I've actually put some double-sided tape, and then I'm going to use a little bit of my wet glue as well. because I have a little bit of trouble with just double-sided tape on its own. I tend to stick things down crookedly. So I'm one of those people that need that little bit of wiggle room. No matter how I try, even standing up, I still will get it crooked. Oh, there's one of my cat hairs. That's pretty gross. Get that out. I was cuddling my black cat this morning and I've got obviously hair on my top. And there we go, got that out. Not a big deal, but I just got a thing about hairs being stuck into places. And I might just put a strip down the middle as well because I don't want the paper to come off. Your supplies that you're going to need are fairly basic. It's just a 1/8 double-sided tape and a 1/4 inch double-sided tape, your bone folder, and your tool to scrape off the top part of your double-sided tape, and some scissors. Got some scissors here, and some roller tape. I'm just going to get this off. And also too, before I actually start anything, I did get the book here, and as you can see there's a crease where it opens. So what I did was I gently pried it open and then I just pressed it, because when you're going to use this book you are going to need it open. So I just loosened the fibres on the front and also on the back. As you can see, I've already done the back there. So I'm just going to get my bit of glue here and run that along. Now with the paper, you only are going to put the paper up to the crease. I've tried different ways of covering the whole spine and it just doesn't work. You might find a better way, but for me, it doesn't work. Every time you lift it up, the paper lifts up and creases. So you can maybe use ribbon or something like that if you want. So I'm just going to line that up to the crease line and hopefully that's on straight. Yay, I got it straight. Yesterday I had a very crooked day. Everything I did was just crooked. I had to do it again. I think we all have days like that. Okay, so on the inside I've just done the same thing. I've just put some double-sided tape there. Going over this side, it's going to be a lot easier because we've got it on straight on the front, so we just have to push it over to the back there and it won't be too much of a hassle. And also too, just be aware this paper is very thick. It's almost like a cardstock. So if you're not liking a cardstock, then go for a brand where it is just I don't even know what the GSM of this is. It doesn't really say. I do know though, it is very thick. So if you want to do fine folding it with the pages and stuff, it won't work. But I think if you go on the website and just type in, you know, country kitchen paper, you'll be able to find a few things on there. So because we've scored that, that's just going to fold over really easily, and just push that down and just go over it with your bone folder. And there we have it. We've got the front cover. So we can decorate the front cover. Now I already picked a few things from it, so I'm just actually going to quickly show you what you get. So this front page here shows you what you're going to get. So you get the sticker sheet, the recipe cards, and these ones are borders, which I've actually cut up and used, and some of the stickers close up. And these here are the 12 double-sided papers that you will get in there. So you don't, normally you get 2, but in this one it's only the 1. So here is a copy of the sticker sheet, which I really love. I'll just have to move that around because I don't want to muck around with the camera too much, because otherwise, not the camera, sorry, my phone, otherwise I might get you out of focus. So these things here I'm going to use, I may use like say this flower one to make the belly band, which I did do on my other ones. See, I did the belly band, and that's really nice and strong. So there's lots of really cute stickers. Now you're going to need, again, I have done a few of these in preparation for the papers on the inside. You're going to need 2, 4, 6, 8 of these for this size book. The size will be, I'll just write them down. They will be 5 by 8¼ inches. So 5 across, 8¼ down, because you don't want the pages going right across the book. So you want them to be sitting at around about there, because when you fill it up with your page pockets and stuff, it will get quite thick. So then when you close it, it's not going to put too much pressure on the spine of your book there. So you will need 8 different ones. Out of one sheet of paper, you do get 2 of those, and you get 2 pockets. So it's not too bad. And then I just mix and match. So whatever, yeah, just mix and match your colours. That's all I did. So I've got those there. So with the 4 of them, I have already made my little pockets. So how I've done those is I have cut those, the size of these are 3.5 by 5.5. So you've got 5.5 across, 3.5 going down, and then I score them at 1/4 inch on 3 of the sides. So I'll get my little scoring tool, and then at 1/4 inch, score there, score on the bottom, and then score on that side. And then we just fold the edges like so. And then what I do then is cut the little squares here. You don't need those, so I'm just going to be cutting them across that way and that way. Out the way, and then I'm going to be putting my double-sided tape, my 1/8 inch double-sided tape. If you don't have double-sided tape, by all means use your wet glue. I just find with the tape, it sticks and you don't have to worry about setting the glue. So just put a little bit of tape, make sure I'm in focus. Tape there. And across the bottom. The reason I do that for the pockets, that just makes the pockets a little bit wider so you can fit extra recipes, recipe cards or bits and bobs in them. Just drop my tool. There we go. And yes, I did want that way. So this is going to be the first pocket on the inside cover of the book. Go. And what I do is I always stick them in upside down so that I get it straight. So just fold it like that, and probably around, I don't know, 1/4 inch from the bottom. And you get your bone folder and you just go in there and just press that down so it's got a good stick. Oh, and I forgot. Oh, lucky I can lift it up. I forgot to make a little handy, I don't know what you would call it. Cut that out so that you can have easier access. I'm just going to flip that around. Make sure I have got that straight. Yes. Okay, so we've done that. Now, I found the easiest and the quickest way for doing the pages, which are your page dividers, was to pre-cut everything and then put your pockets on, because then you don't have to worry about the book, you know, folding onto you or slipping out from underneath you, and you've got them all, and you can kind of like eyeball them, measure them so that they're all pretty much even. And I found that a much easier way and quicker way to do that too. So now we've got our front cover and we've got the first of the inside cover here. I've already, I did already do this one. This is actually from another paper collection, which is from the one I showed you. I thought that I had another lot, but I didn't. I ran out, so I had to go with this, with the Homemade with Love collection. But you know what? It still goes. It's fine. So I'm going to do the brown one, so I'm going to actually have to stick tape on that side. I've changed my mind, which you can do. And we will have the two back. So we'll have the two covers ready. Oh, there we go. So I've got excess tape there, so I'm just going to fold that on itself. I think this will be a two-part tutorial, but that's okay. Again, I'm going to be turning it upside down. Just make sure that when you've got some pretty papers that you've got the directions going in the right way. Nothing worse than having it and then it's upside down. I'm talking from experience. I have done that a lot of times. And then we can put some more pockets going up there as well. So once you fill it up with some tags and little recipe cards, you're going to absolutely love it. So now here we're going to do the first one. So with my blank pages, I have 4 blank pages, which are here. And I will be putting, what will I put? I'll put that one first. I'm actually just going to use a little bit of wet glue on that one because we don't really need the tape. It's holding on to light paper. So we want to make sure that's the right way around. And I'm sort of just putting it not quite on the edge there, giving it a little bit of a gap. And that's what I love about this is that you can slide it around. Just make sure that that's straight. And I'll get my bone folder here and I'll just straighten that out. So once you pre-cut everything, it really doesn't take so long. I've done it the other way around where I've cut one page at a time and it's just a bit of a pain. It takes a lot longer. So this one here, we're going to put another pocket, but I will do that tomorrow because I've just used the other pocket. Oh, hang on, I can maybe make one. See if I've got any paper from this week left. And then we can actually cut one off. It's the same green. I'm actually running low. Might do a stripe one. Okay. So we've got I'm going to do 8 1/4. I'll just make sure I've read my notes here. By 5. Good thing about double-sided is that gives you a little bit more options. No, that's the wrong. I'm terribly sorry. I need the pocket. So it's 5 1/2 by 3 1/2. We will try again here. 5 1/2. By 3 1/2, there we go. And that will fit. Now I'm just going to score that. On the 3 sides, so I'm scoring that at 1/4 inch. Flipping it around. Another 1/4 inch. I'm going to have the pink stripy side because we're going to decorate the pockets. If you're not one into decorating too much, that's fine. You decorate it to however you want. For me, the fun is decorating it. I love doing that. making it really pretty. I think if something is really nice to look at for whatever taste you have, you're more inclined to use something. So I always say make it as pretty as you want and it'll be a pleasure to use. So put some tape there. And it might seem like there's a lot of pages in there. Probably is, but that's okay. That's how I like it. And fold that over. We'll bring my book back and we will endeavour to measure. Oh, nearly forgot again. To do our little, I don't know what you call it. I'm going to have to find out. It's just escaped my mind. But you know what I mean by making it easier to get things in and out of, which I might do it this way. I mean, the one good thing about this cardstock, it is very, very sturdy, so it doesn't tear easily at all. And see, and by scoring, it gives you that little bit of extra room in the pocket there. So that's 2. So now over the page, this feels so thick, I'm sure I've only just got the one, yep, just got the one page there. Now I'm going to put my first pocket. So this here will be our first section, which will, for me, will be the mains. So I'm going to keep that probably for the mains. I'll keep that one for the baking. That one maybe for the entrees. I'm going to have to switch them around a little bit. Okay, so again, I am just going to get my liquid glue. Tombow is really good for this. Tombow glue, once it goes on and dries, it's beautiful. It's lovely and strong. It's my favourite wet glue that I use. Okay, and then we just put that sort of close to the edge. Just make sure that that's straight. Again, I love the fact that I've got all this wiggle room with it. So I'm just going to smooch that down. And then we have our first section. It's already feeling really lovely. I love it. So now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to try and get as even as I can. Let's see. So we want some for that. A few more pages. Maybe a bit more. All right. So this is going to be my next section. I might just grab a few more pages. So the reason I have the plain one on there, I'll show you on this one here. So this will be our next section. And that one will be a stripe. You can choose the stripy one or the plain one. I'm going to put the stripes on there. Or maybe I'm going to do plain actually, because then I can decorate the front more. Okay. Yep. Get that straight. And we get the bone folder and we'll just smoosh that down. You can see how it's not going right to the edge of the page in the corner there because you don't want the bulk. This page here, we will be decorating it. That's why I've left it plain. Then we flip it over and we put one of another pocket page on there. I love these mixes. They're so cute. And I think I'm going to just have enough glue to finish this. I don't really want to go and leave it because I'm up working in my kitchen at the moment, so I don't really want to go and interrupt this video down the craft room. Okay, so we're over onto this page here. I'm lifting it up to make sure that I've got it on right. Yes, I do. So we're going to smooch that down. You can see how quickly this comes together once you've got all your pages already made up. It's just so much easier. When I first made them, I did do them working like as I went along with the book, but I came up with this brainstorm of an idea. Why don't I do them before I stick them in the book? And that's just worked perfectly. Okay, so now we want the next section. More for that. Got to make sure that I've got enough for the last. So what have we got here? So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay. So last time I used that, I might put this one here. I'm not really keen on that one, so I am going to have that one as my facing down one. Don't you hate that? Always happens. I will probably have to go into the book later on, which I will do, and just re-glue my edges down, but that's okay for now. I just want to get this here done for you. Okay, that page is done. Now we can add this one here. I like this one. Doing a lot of shaking here. There we go. That's going to have to do for now. Put that on the back there. But I do like how this is turning out. See what I mean with the book flipping up? So to do it this way, just so much easier. So what I'll do later on when I get my new bottle of glue, I'll just go around the edges and just glue it down. And then now for our last section, I'm just going to divide that into 2. I've got the stripy one, so I'm going to do the back of that. So when we finish for today, I'm not going to turn the camera around because you may find me upside down. So I'm just going to leave that, and I will upload tomorrow. I will upload number 2 video, so you don't have to wait too long. Or I may upload that tonight, but I do, it's the last day of term for school holidays, and I will be picking up my niece and nephew from school. So I'll have them tonight. So it depends on what happens. But definitely, if not tonight, definitely by tomorrow, I will upload number 2 video for you. So you get to finish the book. Have fun looking online for some paper, or you might actually have some pretty paper. You could do florals if you wanted. You could always do that. You don't have to do the kitchen theme. As I said, when I saw this paper, I just really loved it. So, and then we've got the last one going in there. So video number 2 will be on decorating, making some tags to go in it and filling it up. So I will have most of those ready so we don't have to do too many. Oh dear. Really coming to the end of this, and it's not being very nice to me today. I am just going to quickly put that in. As I said, I will go over it. Put that in. Check that I've got that. So I hate to say they were probably going to fall out. But maybe just enough glue to hold them in. And I'm really liking how that's looking. So we'll do a very quick recap. So this is our front cover that we did. See, as you can see how the book is a bulky, and if we went right down to there, it would wreck the seam, and you don't want that. So we've done our front cover, and we've got our 2 pockets already, so ready to decorate and go. And we'll put our tabs on. And we've got our second section there. And I got a 4th one. And I'm really happy with how this has turned out so far. And then our back page. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to finish up for now. And as I said, I promise I will have the video tomorrow, part 2. And we'll have this all finished. And if you have any questions, please let me know, ask me away. I will link as much as I can on the products that I use, where I got them from for you. And if you do have any questions, any requests, please let me know. Until tomorrow, bye for now, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.